Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Cameron, and I'm here with Constable Davis, and he's going to be telling us about what he does for the city.
So, as the Rains County Constable, I have a lot of different duties. I bailiff JP Court. I serve citations and papers for the county. I actually serve papers to anybody that lives in the county that gets papers sent to us from anywhere in the United States. Basic terms, I'm kind of like the Grim Reaper of bad news. So if somebody sends something, needs something served, I'm the guy that shows up at your doorstep and has to bring it to you. I also, as a constable, I have all the full duties, rights, and responsibilities of regular law enforcement. So, of course, traffic stops, helping on calls, things like that. Wherever I'm at, wherever I'm doing, I try to be the best aid to the community I can. So.
You also have a second job. I know that. Tell us a little bit about that.
I also, a lot of law enforcement has to work like off duty and things like that. So I also do off duty work for Encore Electric. I've been doing that for a few years now.
Mm-hmm. So you said you are the Grim Reaper of bad news. Are there any good things you ever get to serve?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's kind of, in layman's terms, it's what it is. It's somebody suing somebody, somebody's, but what I can say is that with that responsibility comes the ability to treat people right. So when you're out there delivering this bad news, it makes a difference on how you treat people. When you show up and you show people respect and kindness, I'll call people. I try not to serve them at work unless I've spoken to them and they ask me to. There's a certain way of finesse to handle bad news. You don't have to come in and just ruin someone's day.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge, huge difference in how you deal with people, how you talk with people, and taking that extra moment when you show up to just, answer their questions, because a lot of people haven't been sued before, or they haven't been given that type of bad news before. And I don't have a responsibility by law to sit there and kind of walk them through them and help them with it, but I do. Because it's nobody wants to get bad news. So being able to come in and say, hey, this is what you're dealing with. This is what you're looking at. I give out my personal cell number to just about anybody I deal with. If you have questions, don't hesitate to call me, and I'm here to help any way I can. So, kind of lessen the burden on them the best way that I can with the position I have.
How did you end up becoming the constable of Rains County?
So the previous constable actually retired early due to health issues. I was working for the sheriff's office as a night shift patrol supervisor. The current sheriff at the time actually called me into his office during the daytime, which was very rare. I actually thought I was being fired, had no idea why this man was calling me in to his office during the daytime. But I showed up and he said, Alan, you've done a tremendous job the last 4 years for me, and I can't think of anybody else rather that I'd recommend to commissioners to come in and take care of this responsibility. And so I'm gonna recommend you for it. I was recommended for the position. It was a unanimous vote. I became the constable. And then the thing with that is you still have to win a special election. Mm-hmm. So there was a special election held. I was nominated, voted for, and then became the elected constable. And then there was another one after that, an election where I won that election as well.
What made you want to join law enforcement?
Honestly, many years ago, my mom had a drug problem when I was a child, and I wanted to stop the bad guys. I wanted to help people. I wanted to be that cliche cop that could go out in the community and be there for people when they needed somebody. I had officers come into my life as a child that had a big influence on me, had a big influence on the way they treated me when dealing with my mom, and I fell into that path of wanting to help people, wanting to be a role model for the community and have that responsibility.
You have a heart of gold, Constable Davis. Thank you for coming to this interview. Thank you, Wildcats, for watching. And that's it.